So what's up, everyone? So welcome back to Upstart Trade. I'm Devin, and this is day 2 of my Apex 50K Eval challenge. I'm trading live every day until I pass or below my count. No cuts, no edits, real money on the line. And yesterday was day 1. Not a good start, but that's how this algo just plays it out. With a 78% win rate, we're going to have some losing days. So I'm hoping today won't be as brutal as yesterday. I did take a $350 loss, but that's just kind of how the system flows. I followed my rules, followed my risk. Once I hit my $300K loss or $300 loss, I was out. So today we're back at it. As you see, I'm running CSP basic again, the strategy I created. We're on MNQ, 1 minute chart. So what's going to happen? It's going to fire the signal, and we're going to get in. We're going to see what the trade does. If it gets us out, it gets us out. If we go to take profit, we go to take profit. If it hits our risk, that's $100. So I'm risking $100 per trade, 1 contract. So if you weren't here yesterday, I started my eval, so I have 30 days. If people aren't familiar with Apex, they have a challenge before you get funded with the new rules. Instead of a renewal, you only have 30 days to pass. So for the 50K I took, I have $3,000 to pass within 30 days, and my drawdown is $2,000. So right now, you can see my P&L 300 minus 350 out of 3,000. Day 2. I have a little tracker here. Here also, the algo tracks the trades. So in settings, you can set time, contracts, hard stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R. Max trades per day is 100. The reason I said 100 is I just want to keep firing until we're done. It's either we're going to hit our daily loss or we're going to hit our daily profit. So, you can totally change these and, want to minimize 3 trades a session, 4 trades. So that's totally easily changed. Or if you want to just keep risk free. And then, I have it set up for 9 a.m. to 4 o'clock. I took out Sunday because Sunday, I just don't like Sundays. So usually I stay with the charts and enjoy my weekend. But I got every day on that. Close at end of day, so that's 5 p.m. 4:55. Lunch. I knock out lunch, and that's the setting. So all we wait is for a signal. But the cool thing about this algo I created, the VST basic, you can run it. You can run it all day long. It's going to throw out signals. I back tested this, 2-year back test, worked on it for months and months and months, hours and hours, and it's consistent. It stays in that high 70 to low 80%, depending on how many trades you do a day, what your RR is, what's your daily risk. That all is variables. The highest I got it was 85. It's doing very less trades, very conservative, but profiting. Best profit I've received on this was 8:30 to 4 o'clock. I let it run for 2 years. I risked 1 contract, $100 risk, $300 daily loss limit, and out of 2 years, the drawdown was 5%, and the P&L was 31,000. Win rate was 77.9% win rate. So a grind. So I'm going to just stop talking real quick because we did get a signal here. It is before the opening bell, which is risky. Taking a long here. I mean, we're trailing. You know, we're just building these fair value gaps, and if you saw the video yesterday, I didn't have the fair value gaps, and I had them at first, took them out, and then I'm like, you know, I think I want to add them back in here. You know, I like to watch price action. You know, early on in my trading days, you know, I went straight to the ICT, and kind of how I created this hybrid VSP basic, well, the VSP in general, just with ICT, and then, you know, throwing the volume profiles in it also with the higher time frame, liquidity sweeps. It's how I basically created this whole system. So again, so many hours working on this. It was every day, 8 to 10 hours a day, every day. So my wife and kids are pretty much happy that I'm done with it. So I just here, you know, I finished it, you know, made it look pretty, and we're testing it on this Apex challenge to see if it makes or breaks. So I want to show it live because, you know, yeah, numbers don't lie, but also live action doesn't lie either. So I'm going to go ahead and watch these charts, and I think we'll push too far away from this trade to get in, unfortunately. But the beautiful thing about this, it'll still keep printing. So this is how the system works, and the biggest reason I created this was, as you can hear, one reason. So I'm a stay-at-home dad. I work from home. Real estate, my full-time job. My wife works full-time, so I'm home with my kids every day. So for something easy for me, so I don't have to concentrate too much, because, you know, scatterbrain going back and forth through charts to kids just makes it a lot easier to follow. So let's watch these charts. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R, MAC trade. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R, MAC trade. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R, MAC trade. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R, MAC trade. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5R, MAC trade. stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5 R. I got a 1.5 R. Max trade. Stop, so that's per trade. I got a 1.5 R. I got a 1.5 R. Max trade. So I'm gonna apologize. I'm having issues with my mic, so it makes it sound pretty awful. Didn't realize that. So now, so we're working on that and we're gonna charge. So I do apologize. The audio off. Well, sorry about that, everybody. The sound or mic challenge. My audio was going to sound pretty horrible today. Figured that out. So what happened here? I mean, 950 open came in. I mean, we've been looking bullish all day, all morning. I think it's maybe still a few or maybe down. So that long hit up here, of course, hit it stop. So technically, the indicator is $100 loss, some slippage because it moves so quickly on the end. So that is pretty risky to take a trade at 9. I mean, on the settings, you could, time this part out where you're not throwing it. But it did throw on this candle here. Fair value gap is created, broke structure, took a sweep up here, and then down signal, and then it got set because it did a pullback. I was a little late to the game, so here it did take a little loss, but then it got it back in here, and then it trade here. So trade was taken here, got out because it thought it was going to rip up, got in the trade here, stopped here, took profit here. Now, if it keeps going down, it will definitely going to put us in another trade. So the reason it took profit here, because it did have an aggressive pullback. So this is where I'm going to get a lot of criticism. Like, oh, let it run, and we could have had more profit. So this is a 50K count. I'm trading long-term cash. So small wins have it. When I see $50 profit, take it because right here it's going to put us in another trade. So to have a little bit, not too bad, but here's another thing. I got us out here, got us back in here. So it already secured profit here and here, secure profit. Now it had a pullback, but I think it's probably going to pull back out. Which I had profit, so I'm going to pull further down to that. So for me, that's a bigger pullback up. I probably would jump out of it when it does kind of down, test the fair value gap. Helps the drawdown, especially when you're on an apex intraday drawdown. A lot of new traders low count by not watching the drawdown. So this system is built to minimize drawdowns and take base hits. But it will run. I mean, you'll see on good trend days on the hills and valleys. I mean, we'll enter, exit, all the way to the top. And it usually falls at the bottom. Vice versa, you normally fall at the top, right, all the way down. But it would be basically all the way down until it'll stop following the signal. So, yeah, less win, but the accumulation of wins is greater than the 100% stop loss. So, yeah, your winners are small than your losers, but you're having way more wins than losers. So we're going to just try and do what we do. Looking pretty bad. And that is more about it's too happy. I did look at the day chart, we have Mike and yeah, it needs to bring up the balance. So this is probably the next trade here. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna stop. So there we go. The top line. And for me, I'm distracted by talking, but I would have voted. I would have my stop. So I would have my stop already floating on the screen, my stop is floating on the screen, so I think this is fine. This time, I was talking distracted, didn't really have to put it like I usually do to minimize the slippage here. So we wait, see if it pulls it out, see if it continues. Because if the trade doesn't pull back to a set amount that I have, so it did pull it out. I'm gonna get out. So that got us in, got us out. So again, you see that? Best thing to do is stay in the trade because it's on that thin candle. Because it's showing that it's still continue to go down. Especially just trading on the thin candle. So again, it closed out here. I was more in there. I was talking to my son. So if you weren't here for the early part of the video, I work from home, so I do real estate full time, and so I'm always home with kids, 2 and 3. So I always get distracted. So having this kind of system set up where all I have to do is click, hit the button, click, hit the button. It's great for me. I have it traded for alerts, so it will alert me, especially when I'm seeing all these trades. I know it's a pretty decent trend, but for real purposes of hearing the ding, I kind of wanted to eliminate some noise, especially with all my background noise going on. So we're going to trade again. So right here is the algo rating right now, or the history. So taking the 7 trade, it is down to $73 from the long here. So I didn't take it. So my it's going to be different. And that's the thing about it. You can set your time, whatever you want to do. If you want to start trading after 9:30, which is smart. I know some traders that like to trade from 5 a.m. till 8:45 in their net for the morning. I can't get up that early. So kids, I'm not trying to be loud. I'm not trying to distract me. You get up at a reasonable time. But 5 a.m. is definitely not in my setting. So I'm usually on here about 8:30 to about noon. Sometimes I do PM, but not often. So, so there's my judgment stop. That's the $100 risk here. So I got it up a little bit. It's there. Looks like it wants to maybe reset this little something right there. Or something like that, you know. I don't know.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So this one, sorry, I have a lot of background noise. So I'm going mute and unmute, you know, turn the downtime just to kind of stay some ears. So what happened in the last couple of trades? So, yep, drop, increase, came all the way down here and did a big pullback. That's why it got us out of the trade here. So this a little early. I know some are like, oh, well, if this top is here, you know, you could have wrote that in. Yeah, that's great. But we didn't know how far that was going to reset. And they could have just whipped us out, kept going. You know, we're here, remember, for basics. It's early. Here's the stat. We're on a beautiful trend, and it's always what you don't see any long getting trend or getting pulled. And we're all seeing the bearish momentum here. So also with this indicator, the ESP basic, you can move your stop. If you want to move stop, I'm just telling you what it can do with one contract. You spend $100, $300. You can hold. You want to here. That is totally up to you. That's your rules. That's your risk management. Do whatever you've been doing. I'm not here trying to tell your rules or risk. I'm just telling you what I use for the entry.
Order filled.
Right. There's a double. We're talking basic. That was a good one. It was ready to pull back up. Got out of there. We just don't know. I mean, come back up here, rebound. I'm tempted to sit out here again. We just don't know. So instead of you have, a $250 stock and you're waiting, hoping that it comes back down. No, we take what the market's giving. If it's giving us money, take it. If it's not going to favor, get up, kill it. The thing always goes. Let's hope for the winners go even higher and kill losers fast. So you saw me dragging my stock. So once I'm in profit, especially about 15, 20 points in profit, I'm going to break even. I mean, I'm not going to leave any money on the table. If it didn't come too much in profit here, I had some slippage, so I really wasn't in profit. I'm going to see if $100, safe or not. I'm willing to risk that, but if I'm in profit like that, I am not going to have that trade come back in the negative when I'm up in the green. So that's just, again, take what the market gives us. The home run will come. We got a long day. So just follow stats. This is the algorithm, the basic result here. And I'm not breaking it. So again, 7 trades today, 3 wins, 4 losses, break even. So very far from that $300 yes. If you haven't watched, if you're just watching the video right in the spot, this $100 loss right here was from this long. And it had another top take here. Recovered. So in reality, it didn't take the trade before the 930 fell. It'd be sitting at negative 26 bucks. I'm positive $3.72. So I'm in the green. I call that kind of the break even at this point. But it's only 10 o'clock. I know we don't have to hear full news at 10, but we have some news. I don't see any signs of reversal. I mean, I think we're here to recall some of these throwing up against here. Into the bear trend. But so with the VSP basic, basically how it works. So it looks for momentum increase. It tries to get you at the top and ride it down. Yes, if you traded in MNQ, you know how it acts. You know, it's a lot of long wicks, huge spikes, but you know, it does trail pretty nicely, or trend pretty nicely. So in the settings or in the code, you know, again, enter at the top. In reality, if you wanted to risk it, you could have just left it stop at break even because it was call signal. Here, so to get out, you know, you could have wrote a break even here, cancel it because it was a signal, see what happens, write it down, then you out here, you wait for the candle close, signal, drag it stop. Says you out here, but you're already in profit, you can see, you know, you can do your own risk here, but it's still throwing entry. If it's still throwing entry, write it all the way down, like it's on the same candle. Boom. This one open, put it out. Not really going anywhere. Another signal. Write it all the way down. You can't. So in the VSP Pro version that's coming up soon, I do have it set up to take the parking. You know, let the runner run, you know, drag it across the break even automatically, and then trail your right, so you don't go in the naked. So that was going to be released soon. Right now, I have the basic version up and running. I do have a early bird access special going on for $49, and that's a monthly subscription. After all the new birds are filled, it will go up to $100 a month, and then until the pro version is ready, then who knows? So right now, I'm just want to tell everybody how this is working. You know, with the 2-year back test, 78.9% win rate, risk $100 for one contract. So, and you know, with the loss, I always get through trade. So it's $300 daily stop for today for this $100 for one contract. So if you do 2 contracts and it's $200, so it'd be $600 daily.
Order filled.
But that's how I pull the back test results. You know, I tested it during market open, market close, Monday through Friday, and just let it do its thing. I mean, it does catch good trades in a second. My schedule doesn't allow me to sit here all day. You have other responsibilities to take care of. But this thing cuts. I mean, it really does. But again, it's not 100% win rate. So you're going to lose. You're going to have losing days. You're going to have losing weeks. You're going to have losing months. But I guarantee you, you'll have more winning months and weeks, days than you'll have losing. So just remember that.
Order filled. So also, but I'm actually kind of creating winners. You know, it's the whole outcome of this. Yeah, you can totally sit here and have a little bit, but I have the code actually set up where you can look it up through TradingView and let it do its thing. Because it will, all your risks are there, whatever you want to put in, and it will stop spinning when something fits. Your profit or daily loss. So, see right here, take the top, as it should. Got us in some profit there.
Order filled.
It did spike up, so that would have went and draw down after it took some profit. Re-enter here. Yeah, I think I need to go get a new mic today. I think mine just decided to go out. So that's what I get behind the mic. So right now I'm just using my monitor. That's why my sound sounds completely terrible. Just bear with me. So I gotta get a new mic. There we go. Enter. Beautiful. Drag them outside. Because I like to be conservative. A little bit up there. Use the full stack or take my $150. Beautiful. So right now it's trailing. You can't see it. There is a invisible stop trail. I always like because anybody knows MNQ moves crazy and then some.
Order filled.
So here's the VST numbers, 11 trades so far. Now it's kind of at break even. You know, it was at 126. That damage did. You know, didn't do that one this morning. It did happen. So right now we're at $103 in profit. So for the challenge, I need $2,000 before my Eval expires. So in reality, do a little bit of math here. I'm going to be getting the calculator. So I balance that. Okay. So I roughly need about 300 days to finish it. So $165 a day. Up 100. My goal is 225, so that's cushion. And let's see what happens.
Order filled.
Yeah, no entry, a little bit of slippage. And a slippage, so I might trade a base. My broker's trade a base, I'm going to TradingView, so there's going to be slippage. If for this video, yeah, I normally don't trade on TradingView and put all my fees on TradingView because I do like to copy trade with my tech on my funded account right now. So between TradingView and TradingView, there is going to be some slippage, unfortunately. But again, for business purposes, I'll TradingView for this challenge. So while we're in trade, I'm going to I have a reset factor value gap. You see, I like to put the set line and that's a good width into it. As long as it doesn't start bodying into it and past the 50, I'll feel good about it. So definitely put down here, get out of that fair value gap, and do that fine, width fine. I just need that candle to get out of it. And this is where, you know, the human intervening steps in. Right now, I'll probably just kill the trade. I feel like it's going to hit that stop anyway. Save some capital.
Order filled.
So, yep. So we're up 100 and up to $4.50. Again, I know my losses are there, but not a lot with what happened. So let's see if we can recover from this loss. I feel like we will. I've seen it. I know it does. But it came up.
Order filled. Stop field.
All right. Got that on that one. So, $5 down, minus 220. It comes down 91.44. And we have until 4. This will run to 4 o'clock. So, yesterday, now it's been for noon, but I just let it run. Hold on, William. Okay. Hold on, dude. I'll get you all. Hold on, please. So yeah, sorry about that. So I realized I was getting a lot of flags from trading data because it wasn't matching my other charts. So I will be having this up. I will be putting my trade on to TradingView. Since it wasn't matching up. No, I didn't change my USD basic. I didn't change it. So whatever. I just logged my trade rate. And I'm just gonna do like I always do. So again, do apologize. And of course my son needs water. So I did have to walk away for a second. So it's on penny because it hit a $266 profit, 10 trades at once for the day. My other one, I was down $91. That's what it says. That's TradingView, TradingView, APEX data for you. So, lesson learned. If you are going to run this, if you're going to run USD Basic on your TradingView, whatever you trade on, just make sure you're not logged over to TradingView APEX because it will have delayed data, unfortunately. You know, it's signaling here, which it should have been signaling up here. Then goes to this run. So it was missing the entries, unfortunately. Which, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be perfect, you know, just pull it up there. But here, show you the stats, what it's done for the fifth in the last week. Not too bad. I mean, yesterday was kind of a yuck day. You know, that spoke at me too, so I'm pretty happy at that time. So again, trying to excuses, trying to get this live. I'm just kind of starting out having a class, so some of that stuff I could control. You know, when I was doing all my testing, yeah, didn't have that problem. So putting on an APEX eval, which I had to connect to my APEX funded account. So I know it's a simulation, post simulation, but the data sometimes doesn't match up. So taking it off and getting trading these data is how I built ESG. This is the data I was going on. So moving forward, that's what I'll be doing. So technically, that was a win for today. To take it as it is, I'm going to call it a win. I'm going to not call it a win. I'm going to call it a technicality here. I'm going to be true to my P&L. I am down about 91.44 for this day, minus 350. But again, I didn't check the data yesterday, so let's see. So, okay, so yesterday we're going to lose, yep, we did lose 350, 9 trades, we were out. Today, they told me we were down, but we actually did pretty well. So, yeah, moving forward, it will be something a little different here. So, Yeah, so there we have it. So yeah, I'm going to be done for today. Again, 10 trades, $266 of profit. Hit my profit target when I set it at 225. Well, there's my setting. So yeah, that's the recap. So I will be here tomorrow on day 3. I'm going to try to climb out of that this drawdown. So down essentially almost $450. Max drawdown 2,000. Still have to cushion. I'm confident that we will pass it in the 30 days. Now I know, some technical issues that happen. So we're going to call this day a wash. I think this will be better, but again, tomorrow's Friday, so who knows? It's another consolidation day. But yeah, if you're watching this and you want to get a piece of the VST basic strategy, comment below, DM me at the early bird special 49. Once all those swaps are full, it will go up in price. Probably $100, I'm thinking, and that'll be a monthly subscription. And in the meantime, I'm working on the Pro, where that will have the partial, the running, the break even automatically. So, all right, well, that's it for today. I will see everybody tomorrow for day 3.